Yeah, good morning, students. So today I welcome you all for this particular video. So here in this video, I'm going to just explain what is reported speech. So you can have your main question there itself. What is reported speech? So I can explain it clearly. Reported speech is when you tell somebody else what you or a person said before. So that's clear. From here itself you can understand. So you're just going to report what somebody else or you said before. Distinction must be made between direct speech and reported speech. So we have to make some distinction. So there are certain rules and guidelines to change over. Okay, let us see in detail. Okay, direct speech versus reported speech. That is indirect speech also you can say in another way. So here you say, I have given just two examples just to distinguish it. Okay, so then we'll go in detail how it is changing. First one, see, says, I like tuna fish. See, I like tuna fish is written within quotes. But when you change to reported speech, that is indirect speech, she says that she likes tuna fish. Okay, so that is removed. So that is a major one point you have to understand from here. So in direct you will have quotations, in indirect you don't have quotations. First, that is one more. Second, she said, I am visiting Paris next weekend. She said that she was visiting Paris the following weekend. So there are certain changes being done from direct to indirect, that is reported speech. So we will see in detail how and what are in particulars. Different types of sentence. So when you use reported speech, you either report in statements, okay, next questions, then request or command, then other types. Okay, so these are the areas where we are going to see how we are going to report. Okay, so how we are going to apply. First, reporting statements. In reporting statements, when transforming statements, check whether you have to change. First is pronoun, then comes the tenses, then comes the place and time expression. Okay, so pronouns first, then tenses, then place and time expressions. So first pronouns. In reported speech, you often have to change the pronouns depending who says what. Okay, example, she says my dad. So clearly understand, my dad. So that is a pronoun. My dad likes roast chicken. She says that her dad. So here see you change. Her dad likes roast chicken. So it goes to the third person. From first person it goes to third person singular. Okay. So this is the change. Now next is tenses. If the sentence starts in the present, there is no backshift of tenses in reported speech. So that means there will be no change. If the sentence starts in past, then there is often backshift of tenses in reported speech. Then the things changes. Okay, so that is the main point you have to understand. If it is written in present, no problem. If it is written in past, then we have to change. So let us see some changes of tenses. Okay, so first you have here simple present, simple past. So if it is in simple present, you have to change to simple past. He said, I am happy. He said that he was happy. Okay, next one, present progressive will be changed to past progressive. So he said, I am looking for my keys. He said that he was looking for his keys. So there is a shift of tense as well as pronouns. Okay. The next one, simple past will be changed to past perfect simple. He said, I visited New York last year. He said that he had visited New York the previous year. So we can see the three changes you have learned here. Simple present to simple past, present progressive to past progressive, simple past to past perfect simple. Then we'll see other changes. Then present perfect will be changed to past perfect. He said, I have lived here for a long time. He said that he had lived there for a long time. So this is the change. Okay, present perfect to past perfect. Then past perfect will be changed to past perfect, but here you have to change. See here, he said they had finished the work when I arrived. So here he said that they had finished the work when he had arrived. So that is a change. Okay, the next one, past progressive will be changed as past perfect progressive. So he said I was playing football when the accident occurred. He said that he had been playing football when the accident had occurred. Okay. Then we have present perfect progressive will be changed as past perfect progressive. He said I have been playing football for 2 hours. He said that he had been playing football for 2 hours. So that is a change. The next one, past perfect progressive will be changed as past perfect progressive. He said I had been reading a newspaper when the light went off. He said that he had been reading a newspaper when the light had gone off. Okay, so these are the tenses changes we have seen. Okay, so now we'll go to the next part. Simple, that is future simple, will be changed as conditional. That is will plus verb, would plus verb. He said I will open the door. He said that he would open the door. Conditional, conditional. Would plus verb and would plus verb. He said I would buy Mercedes if I were rich. He said that he would buy Mercedes if he had been rich. Okay, so that is his change. It is changed to conditional only. Okay, so now we'll go to the next level. The modal verbs could, should, would, might, needn't, ought to, used to, do not normally change. Okay, he said she might be right. He said that she might be right. So same thing. The modal verbs may change. Other modal verbs may change. Now we'll see the tabular column. Can, modal verbs, can, may, must, will. So these are modal verbs. Now here how they are changed from direct to indirect or reported speech. I can do it. He said that he would do it. May I go out? Question. He wanted to know if he might go out. She must apply for the job. He said that she must or had to apply for the job. Then will. They will call you. He told her that they would call her. So these are the changes for the modal verbs. Okay, so you have to be clearly understanding all these concepts. Then you come for the place, demonstratives and time expressions. So place, demonstratives and time expressions change if the context of the reported statement. Therefore, the location and or the period of time is different from that of the direct speech. Okay, so there will be direct. So in the direct form, it will be different, and indirect it will be different. In the following table, you will find the different changes of place, demonstratives and time expressions. Okay, now we will see how they change from direct to indirect speech, that is reported speech. In time expressions, when you use today in direct, you have to say that day in reported. Now will be changed to then. Yesterday will be changed to the day before. Days ago, days before. Last week will be changed as the the week before. Next year will be changed as the following year. Tomorrow will be changed as the next day or the following day. So these are for time expressions. Then you have place. Here will be changed as there. Then the demonstratives you have this will be changed as that, and these will be changed as those. Okay. Now we'll go to the next one. Reporting questions. So when transforming questions, check whether you have to change pronouns, place and time expressions, tenses. So, and if it is required for any backshift, already I have explained what is backshift. If it is in present, there is no backshift. If it is in past, there will be some backshift of changes. So also note that you have to transform the question into an indirect question. use the question word where, when, what, how, or if or whether. Okay, so these are the changes. 10 types of questions we can use with the question word what, why, where, and how. So you can see an example for that from direct to reported speech. Why don't you speak English? Why don't you speak English? He asked me why I didn't speak English. So as I told you, without question word, yes or no questions. Do you speak English? He asked me whether, if I spoke English. So without question word, yes or no questions. This is yes or no. So you don't answer with yes or no. So that is the type of questions. Now we'll go to the reporting request or commands. When transforming request and commands, check whether you have to change pronouns, place and time expressions. So here is an example. Nancy, do the exercise. So here it is changed to he told Nancy to do the exercise. Okay, simple. Then Nancy, give me your pen please. He asked Nancy to give him her pen. So the tenses are not relevant for request. Simply use to or not to plus verb infinitive without to. So if you use with infinitive, don't use to. Okay. Next one, example, here you can see, she said, sit down, sit down. She said me to sit down. That's all. She said, don't be lazy. So it is a negative form. She asked me not to be lazy. So for affirmative use, to plus infinitive, okay, without to. Then for negative request, use not to. That's it. For affirmative, use to plus infinitive, and for negative request, you use not to plus infinitive. Okay, so that is what I have given you. She asked me to sit down. So to plus infinitive. The next one, she asked me not to be lazy. Not to be plus infinitive. Okay. Then other transformations, expressions of advice with must, should and ought are usually reported using advise or urge example. So you must read this book. He advised or urged me to read that book. So you can use that. The expressions let is usually reported using suggest. In this case, there are two possibilities for reported speech: gerund or statement with should. Example, let us go to the cinema. He suggested, so that is what I said, suggested. So let's is can use suggested. He suggested going to the cinema. Then he suggested that we should go to the cinema. Okay. So these are the things. So when we use must, should or ought, that is means it is an advice or urge. Okay. So you can simply use that. And if you say let's, that is means it is suggested. Okay. Main clause connected with and but. If two complete main clause are connected with and or but, put that after the conjunction. So here you can see the difference. One example is given. He said, I saw her, but she didn't see me. He said that he had seen her, but that. So that is what say. That is written after that conjunction. She hadn't seen him. Okay. So next example also you can see, if the subject is dropped in the second main clause, the conjunction is followed by a verb, do not use that. So in this case you do not use that. Where if the subject is dropped in the second main clause, that is very important. She said, I am a nurse and work in a hospital. That's the second. So here you can see that he said that she was a nurse and worked. Simply they just go and worked in a hospital. So these are the changes where we have to follow for direct to indirect speech, that is reported speech. I hope you have understood clearly how to write a direct and indirect speech, and I hope that you have enjoyed this entire video. thank you children for listening politely, and I request you to go through the models given in your book, and the book exercise will be given as quick as possible, okay, as a PDF format. Okay, bye.